For this exercise, you're going to need a long resistance band. The thicker the band, the harder it's going to make this exercise. So I've gone for a medium band here. Place a band onto the floor, so just the one part of the loop onto the floor, and then step onto the band. It's really important when you step onto the band that you don't stretch the band. We don't want tension on the band underneath our feet. So make sure that the band is completely flat with no tension, and then step onto it with your feet kind of hip width apart. From here, you're going to cross the band over, bend your knees, keep your knees bent as you place the band over the top of your shoulders, and you kind of want the band to be crossed further down so that you're, well, it doesn't really matter, just have it so that it's crossed. Then you're going to take your hips into a slight hinge position with your knees soft. So what we don't want is this. All right, so keep your knees soft, knees in line with ankles, and then from there, take the hips back. And I always like to pull on the band a little bit so there's a little bit more tension. Then from there, you're going to step outwards. So as you do this, there's going to be tension on the band. And as you step out, try to use the side of your glute. So initiate the movement from here and then follow back in with the other foot. So it goes like this: step out with the glute, back in, step out, back in, step out, back in, step out, back in. If you've got more room, then you would do more repetitions on the one leg and then the other leg. Just a note, when you're trying to step out, try not to let the knee roll in, okay? So you want your knee to be in line with your foot. Try not to let that knee roll in, which it can have the tendency to do if you've got a slight weaker glute on one side, which is very normal. To get out of the band, bend the knees lots, bring the band over the head, and then stand up. Try not to get into the habit of kind of trying to do this and lift it off, because if you've got a tough band, you might end up flicking yourself in the face. So do that instead.